Hello everybody, my name is Super SP and welcome back to another stream. Today we're back with some more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. In the last part, we got sucked into the virtual world. Or we didn't. We entered the virtual world to look for some secret about the actual outside world. And when we came back, Miu had died. So yeah, daybreak. The sun had risen while we were inside the virtual world. Dong ding.
Ding dong.
A body has been discovered. Everyone, please report to the computer room.
Yeah?
Wait, you're already here. Wow, I get to bring you to the body discovery announcement live. Doing it live is great. Better than beard fucking... Jesus Christ.
Daddy, have you always had such a potty mouth? I was about to say, that's what I was thinking.
I was holding back because we already had one vulgar cast member, but now it's my time to shine. Thankfully, I'm adorable, so I can get away with saying all kinds of crude stuff. Yay, I finally get to be a foul-mouthed asshole. What a vulgar last word. What's wrong, Monotaro? You're just staring blankly at the body. Staring at the body. Mommy. We barely heard the announcement as we stared at Mio, dumbfounded. We just stared at Mio's corpse.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. Why did it end up like this?
Why?
Why? What's going on? Why was Mio killed? Going to not understand either. You like this when going to wake up.
Why?
What going on? Why this happened?
Yeah.
Well, obviously a murder happened.
Huh?
Murder?
Weird.
What do you mean? Did something happen while going to sleep?
No.
We weren't asleep and that wasn't a dream. We were in the virtual world.
Hey.
Where's Kaito?
Ah.
That's right, Kaito. Almost as if on cue. We heard footsteps running fast down the hallway until the sound growing closer until the door burst open. What's all this about? What was that body discovery announced?
What?
Mew, what the hell is going on here?
You're too late, okay? All the others finished gasping in terror already.
By the way.
But anyway, where were you this whole time, Kaito? What were you doing?
So...
I was just taking a nap.
Huh?
Taking a nap?
You were sleeping? Gonta was sleeping too. I had a strange dream. Gonta not understand anything. As I said, that was the virtual world.
Which means...
So you logged out by yourself and then took a nap without our permission?
You know...
I suddenly got logged out. Before I realized it, I was back here.
Uh...
You were logged out involuntarily? Yeah, I didn't even know if it was okay to log back in, so I went back to my room and slept.
Damn it.
And when that body discovery announcement woke me up, I rushed over here.
Hey Kaito, if you're gonna lie, then you might as well do it better. Do you think you can make the killing game more exciting with a crappy lie like that?
Hold on!
It's not a lie. I was really sleeping.
Hey!
Hold on a minute. We can discuss whether or not that's a lie later. What we need to do right now is begin the investigation. We need to discover who killed Mew.
You seem ready. Well, of course you are.
Right?
One of your dear friends was killed, so it's finally your time to shine.
Explain it however you like, Kokichi. The fact is, if we don't find out who the culprit is, we'll all be executed.
No.
But I won't let that happen. I'll find the culprit so that we can all survive.
Even if the culprit is Kaito?
Don't screw around!
Huh? What?
Now, please save your arguments for the class trial. In the meantime, the Monokuma file. With this, you can even investigate up Mew's asshole. Even there? Well then, do your best. I'm certain you guys will have turned... This is very entertaining. Asshole. Daddy seems to be really enjoying that dirty word.
Mommy!
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, let's do this. I'll find the culprit in no time. No matter what. What are you being so cheery about?
But...
Well, what are you sad about? You guys hated her. Not as much as you hated me, but still.
Stop it!
That's not true the issue. Of course I thought she was loud and annoying, but
I mean,
I never wanted her to die. I wanted us to all escape together.
Yes.
Mew was certainly brash and spirited, but she wasn't a bad person.
Listen closely.
Believe me, I had her perform maintenance on my body, so I know very well. I want to cry, but I can't. I should have had Mew install a crying function.
Oh.
When your tears cause you to have a short circuit?
No.
Not at all. My body is completely waterproof.
Jeez.
This isn't the time for that. Going to no can forgive this. Going to never forgive this. Never forgive culprit either.
don't, idiot.
But going to never forgive self. Going to swear to protect everyone, but going to fail to protect Mew. Going to no could protect anyone again. Going to is failure as gentleman. I'm so tired of this awful feeling. I have to do something. I can't let this...
Shuichi,
Don't carry the burden by yourself.
Huh?
listen up.
You're my sidekick, don't forget.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it together. If we work together, we can solve this.
No way, Jose.
What?
What?
Well, you know.
Shuichi's the most reliable person in a class trial, you know. Why would we let such an important person work together with a suspect like you?
Huh?
Suspect? You're saying that if I was the culprit, Shuichi would want to hide the truth to protect me?
Don't screw around.
Bullshit. Don't underestimate Shuichi. Even if I was the culprit, he's the type of guy that'd see things through. But remember Kaede's class trial?
Shut up.
He saw through that, didn't he? I believe in Shuichi.
Okay.
Kaito, you love to believe, don't you, Kaito?
You really don't.
But that belief can turn against you, especially in this killing game, you know.
Ugh.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. I don't get it at all. Fine, if you're gonna get that worked up over it, then me and Shuichi won't team up.
But
Don't worry about it.
It's just for now. But hearing him say all that, I can't stay quiet.
I believe in
That
you.
said, try to get through this on your own. Clear me of suspicion with your power. If you can be cleared. I don't like this at all. It feels like another one of Kokichi's tricks. Of course, this is Kaito we're talking about. Nothing I could say could change his mind. Regardless, there's only one thing I can do. I can't be afraid. I can't get lost now. In order to protect everyone, I have to do something. I have to do something. Maki, please investigate with me, because you were super useful last time. First, I should check the Monokuma file. The victim is the ultimate inventor, Miu Iruma. The body was discovered in the computer room on the 4th floor. Approximate time of death is 6:30 a.m. There are no external wounds on her body. No external wounds, killed around 6:30 in the morning. The time of death happened 30 minutes before now, while we were still in the virtual world. Kokichi, what do you want? You don't have to be so wary of me. It's not like I'm gonna get in your way, Shuichi. It's just, I hate lies so much that I tend to suspect others a lot. Kaito said he wouldn't team up with you for the case, but I can't trust those words.
So that means.
That's why I'm keeping an eye out, just in case he tries to bother you. Keeping an eye out?
It's true.
Don't take it the wrong way, though. I'm not trying to replace Kaito as your partner, okay?
All right.
But I'll help you as much as I can. So where are we going to investigate now? What's he up to? Why is he following me? Miu's hands are clasped around her neck, as if she were gasping for air. Her eyes are wide open in panic. She must have suffered quite a bit.
Wow.
Ew, that is one grody face. You must have suffered a lot. A vulgar death fits such a vulgar bitch.
Hey!
Stop, Kokichi. Even if you're joking, that's too far.
It's nothing.
You're right. You should never speak ill of the dead, no matter how much you hated them.
Right?
Even if she was a despised, pathetic, dirty cum toilet of a person. I suppose I'll never get Kokichi to change.
But.
What's Miu's cause of death? It doesn't say in the Monokuma file. May I? I wanted to let you know just in case it turns out to be a clue.
By the way,
I was the first one to log out and find Miu's body. She was still wearing the helmet and her body was contorting into this awful position.
Maki logged out after I did, and she helped me take Mew's helmet off. And then she was gone. Is that a confession? How is that a confession? Anyway, the question is cause of death. What caused her to suffer like this? The visor. This is the device we wore on our heads to enter the virtual world. Some helmets still have their cords plugged in, others have them removed. I'm positive that they were unplugged after logging out. That's it, the cords. We were supposed to plug in the 2 cords from the computer into our helmets. The red for consciousness and the blue for memory. If you get those mixed up... Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the cords? I don't know, I've never done that before. Probably gets all glitchy or something. Maybe you'll become a vegetable, maybe you'll body swap with someone, who knows? A glitch. From what the time of death indicated in the Monokuma file, Mew was killed while we were still in the virtual world. This is the device we wore on our heads to enter the virtual world. Some helmets still do some of the roofs. My concern is the cords. We were supposed to plug the 2 cords from the computer into our helmets. The red one for conscious, the blue one for memory. If they were switched, glitching might occur. That's what Mew told us. Okay. Anything else? Okay, I guess we'll talk to people. I've been wondering, what was the secret of the outside world that we were searching for anyway? That's true. We got sidetracked by Mew's murder case. We never discovered what that secret actually was. We couldn't find anything in the chapel, and you found nothing at the mansion, right? No,
okay.
Tsubugi and I didn't find anything.
My bad.
I didn't find anything either. That's probably the same with Gonta and Kaito, too, right?
Right?
And knowing them, if they had found something, they would have told us right away.
Yeah.
Yes, they would have, unlike you.
Whoa.
Shuichi, did you hear that? The robot's being sassy with me.
That's so mean.
Did you know robots don't need the warm blood to function, so they become cold like this? That's why he's more concerned about the secret of the outside world than poor Mew. He told us he couldn't cry even if he wanted to. He went so far to stage this dramatic reaction.
That's wrong.
That's not true. I'm hoping we can discover the truth, too.
Oh.
You're a pretty advanced robot. You can be sassy and make excuses. Could you have been strangled from inside the game? Maki was working on the computer, her hand moving in the mouse rapidly. You know how to work that computer, Maki?
Nope.
Not really. I've never used this program before either. I imagine it would be difficult to understand unless you were an expert.
Well...
But I did find a text file regarding this program. It has info about the program's basic features, but other than that, there's not much.
Oh.
So what did it say? If you don't want to tell me, at least tell it to Shuichi. According to this text file, the killing game simulator used a certain program as the base. It's called the Neo World Program. Neo World Program? Never heard of it.
Well...
In this killing game simulator, objects can't break. Your body's 5 senses are connected to the avatar, and your avatar cannot be harmed. But any damage inflicted on your avatar will be transferred over to your body in the real world. That matches what Mew told us.
That's true.
If your avatar receives fatal damage, then your real body will die from shock.
Huh?
From shock?
Oh.
This is the first time we're hearing about this. If someone receives a fatal injury in the virtual world, then they die in the real world. Well, your 5 senses are connected, so it makes sense you'd feel the same amount of pain.
Right?
So it wouldn't be too surprising if you died from the fatal injury.
Oh,
But the more important question is, why did Mew keep such an important detail a secret? That is strange. I have no idea why she wouldn't mention such an important detail. Did she hide that from us on purpose?
Well...
That's all it says about the virtual world's basic features. The rest of the virtual world is the same as the real world, including the laws of physics. Warps and special transportation, like mounts, do not exist.
I see.
So you can only move around using your avatar.
How boring.
She should have added warps and mounts to the virtual world. That's all it says in this text file.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki. That was very helpful.
But...
But is this the info in the text file correct?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Nuh-uh.
I'm not doubting you or anything, Maki, but I'm just saying that file could have been rewritten. It's possible someone rewrote the original info with false info, you know? But to determine that, you would need extensive knowledge about computers.
It's my time to shine.
This looks like a job for me.
Huh?
What? Huh?
Stop it.
Don't get in our way. I won't get in the way. In fact, I want you to let me help you with the investigation. Help with the investigation? Monotaro, what are you saying?
Hey,
Come on, please. Won't you let me help you with the investigation? Ever since I forgot I'm bad with computers, I'm good with computers now.
What are you talking about?
That logic doesn't make any sense. You can, Monotaro. We're not allowed to help the participants. As mascots, we gotta stick to that rule.
I don't care.
I don't give a fart about the rules. I want to help everyone. I want to avenge my dead mommy.
Huh?
Your mommy? You mean Mew? No, Monotaro. You've forgotten again. You've forgotten that she's not your mother, our mother. And you've forgotten about the important person you need to protect. Shut up, you pig! I'm busy avenging Mommy's death. How sad, but it looks like this is goodbye. I love you, but there's someone I need to protect. Goodbye.
So long. Farewell.
Alrighty then, let's do this.
Huh?
Do what?
So what?
I don't care either way. If you want to help, then that's fine. It's true, I suppose, but
Thanks.
I'll do my best for Mommy's sake.
No.
Wait, perhaps we should... He's doing his best for his dead mommy. I'm so touched. Alright, fine. I'll leave it to you then. I suppose we have no choice.
All right.
I'll start analyzing the computer right away.
This stinky little
Okay.
computer is no match for my hands.
Yeah. His hands are going at such an intense speed that the friction is creating fire.
All right.
I've already analyzed a few things.
Huh?
Already? The
Okay.
text file is consistent with the original program, and it doesn't look like it was altered. Also, I found this too.
Is this...
This looks like the information of when everyone logged in and out.
Okay.
There's no sign that this was altered either. It's definitely accurate information.
Hey.
Could you show it to me? Himiko, Tsumugi, Kaito, Kibo, Shuichi login. Maki login. Kokichi Gonto login. Mew login. Really does have everyone's login times recorded.
Well...
Aside from Mew, everyone has logged in and out once.
You're right.
Then it would appear that no one secretly logged out then logged back in. Then my main concern becomes Kaito. He logged out ahead of us. No, it couldn't be him. It's Kaito, isn't it? Also, there's something else I noticed while I was analyzing the program.
So,
It looks like some parts of the program were rewritten.
Huh?
The program's being rewritten? Obviously, Mew was the only person capable of doing that. So, which files did she rewrite and which did she change?
okay.
I'll analyze that, of course, but it's gonna take a little time.
Yeah.
As long as it's done by the class trial, then Shuichi will be able to avenge Mew. He's just saying whatever he pleases.
All right.
Then I'll keep on analyzing the crap out of this program. You're so reliable.
That's true.
Yeah, way more than you. Oh, get roasted. Okay, Kaito, what's your story?
That's right.
Shuichi, I gotta explain. Just so you know, just so you don't misunderstand. Explain what? You're talking about how you logged out by yourself, right? Okay, let's hear it then. Why are you...
Yeah.
Feel free to lie, of course. Exposing lies is the real pleasure of this game, after all.
Don't screw around.
What?
Hey.
Kaito, just ignore him and talk to me, okay?
I mean,
About the whole logging out thing, I don't really get it myself. When I was looking for the secret of the outside world on the rooftop, a circle lit up under me. I was suddenly sucked in, and before I knew it, I was logged out. The same thing happened when I used the phone to log out. How did that happen on the roof? And what happened after you logged out?
so...
Everyone else was still logged in, but I didn't know if it was okay for me to log back in. So I just went back to my room and slept since it was dawn. I was pretty tired. And the body discovery announcement woke you up? Yeah, that's right. I heard it and rushed back over here.
Hey,
Do you remember what condition Mew's body was in when you logged out?
my bad.
I didn't pay attention to that, so I don't know. You didn't notice anything wrong? Like, whether she was dead or not? Like I said, I don't know. Okay, sorry. So I just need to object to the contradiction in that testimony, right?
Don't screw around.
I said I'm not lying. Tell him, Shuichi.
Shuichi!
No, Shuichi. In order to find the truth, you can't be biased. Okay. It ended up like this after all. I had a bad feeling ever since I thought I saw Mew from the dining window. You thought you saw Mew? Yeah, I told Shuichi about it. There was a small window in the dining room. Maybe 10 minutes ago, I looked through it, and I thought I saw Mew. Oh, so you saw Mew then? I thought it must have mistaken, since she should have been at the chapel. You're only saying that you were mistaken, so you don't have to feel as guilty.
What?
Huh?
Because...
If you had been positive it was Mew, then you could have done something sooner. You could have prevented her death, you know.
Hey,
That's just speculation, Kokichi. You can't judge in hindsight.
My bad.
Oh, we went a little off topic there. Anyway, I wanted to ask you something. What did you do after you thought you saw Mew? I thought I was mistaken, but it really bothered me, so... About 10 minutes later, I told Shuichi, and while we were talking about it... Bang. Ah! What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but... We heard a loud noise and rushed out into the entrance hall. For now, let's check outside. Let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
Huh?
Kibo's voice, huh? Wasn't he at the chapel? He was, but Tsumugi and I are positive it was his voice. We heard Kibo from the entrance hall, when he should have been at the chapel. That's weird, because you shouldn't have been able to hear anything between the chapel and the mansion. Even Mew said that. Yeah, you can't hear anything at all while you're inside the map loading point.
I see.
You're right, the sound shouldn't reach throughout the map leading point. So how did we hear Kibo's voice? How were you able to hear Kibo at the mansion if he was at the chapel? Maybe someone's lying.
What?
Lying?
hey,
By the way, Kokichi, did you hear the loud noise or Kibo's voice at all? I'm not sure. I must have not noticed because I was too busy searching. You're lying to his face. Kaito.
Hey!
Kaito, you keep interrupting me when I talk. Do you like me or something?
don't screw around.
Who would like you, dumbass? I was interested in Shuichi's conversation.
Huh?
My conversation?
Ah,
You heard Kibo's voice when it should have been impossible. Can you tell me more about that? Like I said before, what I said was pretty much everything. After that, we headed back to the chapel to see what happened. We saw Gonta as we left the mansion, and the three of us went to the river together. That's when we met up with Kokichi.
Yeah.
And then we used the signboard that I found as a bridge. What about it though? Did you notice anything else? I suppose not.
But...
I see you're working hard. It looks like you're starting to take this game seriously, Kaito. Okay. I never thought Mew would be killed. When I saw her avatar there, not moving, I thought maybe, but...
you're right.
That's right. You saw that Mew's avatar in the virtual world had stopped moving. Me, Kibo, and Maki all found her avatar.
Hey,
Can you tell me more about that? Any details? We were looking for the secret of the outside world at the chapel.
Hey!
Mew was too, right?
No.
No, Mew volunteered to look around the outside of the chapel, so she wasn't with us. Mew volunteered to look out? We searched, but we couldn't find anything. Then right when we were starting to get tired, all of a sudden we heard a really loud sound outside. That must have been the sound I heard as well. Something must have hit the wall of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way from inside. Something hitting the chapel wall? So we all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel, and we found Mew's avatar. That's when you went to log out to check Mew's real body, correct? But when we were at the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. Then while you guys were standing around wondering what to do, you guys showed up.
Thank you.
I see. Thank you. That testimony sounded important, especially about how they couldn't cross the river. Because if they weren't able to cross the river, then no one could have gone between the mansion and the chapel. Then this helps narrow down the people who could have come into contact with Mew. Who could have come into the contact with Mew in the chapel? Okay. What about Gonta?
Hey,
Gonta, are you alright?
You're so
Are you
dumb.
still depressed about Mew? Come on, don't be such a Debbie Downer.
By the way,
Oh, Gonta, I want to know what you think. Rare, I know, but who do you think the culprit is?
Gonta don't know.
Murder already happened when Gonta wake up.
How this happened?
Why this happened? Why Mew killed? Gonta not understand. Gonta not understand anything.
How can this be?
But Gonta frustrated and sad. Gonta no could protect Mew. He seems all over the place right now. Aw man, he can't think at all when he's like this.
it's true.
But Gonta doesn't seem to be lying. I'm pretty sure he's telling us the truth. Well, I guess a big dum-dum like Gonta doesn't have the brains to lie in the first place.
hey.
Don't talk about him like that.
I'm disappointed.
I'm so disappointed in you, Gonta. When I first met you, I thought you could be more useful.
Sorry.
Gonta's so sorry. Gonta no sorry he no could protect Mew. Gonta,
Hey,
if you feel that bad about it, then stop blaming yourself. Help us find the culprit instead. This is the culprit's fault anyway, so pull yourself together and help us, okay? Okay. Gonta understand.
Gonta do his best.
To find culprit, Gonta definitely do his best this time.
yeah.
Now that's the spirit. Now Kokichi is encouraging him? I really don't know what Kokichi is thinking. Can you believe Monotaro is on our side now? And all that for his recently deceased mommy. I'm so touched. I can't stop crying. The Mono Cubs loved her so much. I'll never forgive the culprit who killed Mew. Hey there, I know you're busy with the computer, but I want to go over what we learned from investigating the program.
Okay.
You want to use this computer? Go right ahead. Alright, first, what program information was listed in that text file? According to the file, the Killing Game Simulator was based on the Neo World program. In the simulator, objects can't break. Your 5 senses are connected to the avatar, but your avatar cannot be harmed. Damage inflicted to your avatar will be transferred to your real body.
Okay.
That's exactly what Mew told us. If your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. In other words, fatal injuries in the virtual world are fatal to your real body as well. I don't recall Mew ever telling us this. She wouldn't just forget to tell us. Was she hiding this information on purpose? Physics are also the same in the virtual world. There isn't any warping or quick transportation methods. You can only use your avatar to get around. So I just read something I already know. Monotaro found. Kokichi logged out 2 minutes after I did. Someone secretly logged back in and out. Let's just skip this. We already know this. All finished? Alright then. Alright. I'll keep analyzing the crap out of this program. Let you know when I find something. So I need to investigate this. I didn't see this until now. There's something on the seat. It's a small bottle. I feel as though I've seen this before.
Oh?
This is yours, right, Shuichi?
Huh?
Mine?
No, I guess it's not yours, but it's from your lab.
Ah,
That's right. This was in the Ultimate Detective's lab.
Right?
It's that poison. So you know about this, Kokichi? Of course, because I've already checked it. We are all in the killing game, you know. If there's poison and tricks prepared, then of course I'd investigate them ASAP.
that's...
Is that? Oh, it's not so I can use them. I check in case someone else uses them. Is that really true?
By the way,
Did you see the label on the back of the bottle?
Huh?
The label? According to the warnings here, this poison is pretty lethal. It becomes neutralized once it's mixed so it can be taken directly. But when it's taken directly, the victim will immediately die, even if they only sip on a bit. Which means you could get the victim's mouth open, you could kill them instantly. Can't imagine a better method of killing someone who's logged in.
by the way,
I should tell you that symptoms this poison causes a small blood vessel under the conjunctiva to explode, which makes the whites of your eyes turn blood red. Bloodshot eyes. That's an important information. That's everything about this poison. Am I doing a good job? Maybe it's time you acknowledge me as your partner.
No.
I thought I remembered you saying that you didn't want to be my partner. Did I? Well, sometimes I lie without thinking about it. Seriously?
anyway,
Who brought this poison? Do you think the culprit did? Who brought the poison? I can't be certain yet. But I do know that the poison was left on that person's chair. On Kokichi's. Suppose I've investigated everything I can here.
hey,
Are you done investigating the crime scene? So do you know who the culprit is yet?
No.
No, this might not actually be the crime scene. Yes, injuries in the virtual world could be fatal in the real world, meaning there's a possibility that she was killed in the virtual world. Which means the area next to the investigation should be
oh, I see.
the virtual world. We should go there again.
Huh?
See?
I just read your mind, didn't I? I did, right? Right?
Got it.
If that's the case, then I'm coming too.
Oh?
Great, he's coming. You must really like me, huh?
Ugh.
Say whatever you want. I don't have time to waste on you.
Yeah.
If we go back to the virtual world, we might find some new clues. With those, I might be able to clear my name. May I join you as well? I also think we should investigate the virtual world again.
All right.
Why don't we all go?
Ah,
So we get to be an avatar again?
what?
Did you actually like being an avatar after all?
Well,
I'm going to stay here. He's still in the middle of analyzing the program. Going to search this place some more. This time, no time to be sleeping. That's not what we're... Well, that's fine. Then I'll stay here too.
Huh?
What? Surprised? Are you gonna get lonely without your partner?
My bad.
But I'm busy too, you know. I have to watch Maki in case she tries to do anything deceitful.
Huh?
Deceitful?
See?
Well, you and Kaito are pretty close, so you might do something deceitful for him, right?
Thank
Good thing
goodness.
Gonta's here with me. Your glare is too scary to handle alone. Gonta would risk his life to protect me from a murderer. If you keep saying messed up crap like that, I'm gonna kick your ass into orbit.
all right already.
It's fine. Just ignore him and hurry to the virtual world. Kaito, let's just focus on solving this case for now. Fine.
Thank goodness.
Thank God. I don't like violence. The ultimate supreme leader would rather sneak around.
So that means...
So anyway, I'll leave the virtual world to you, Shuichi.
Yeah.
But I'm not exaggerating when I say this class trial can only be solved by you, okay? Your talent can save the useless people here, you know. Who are you calling useless?
I told you.
Enough already. Kaito, let's go. Kaito, Kibo, Himiko, Tsumugi, and I prepared to enter the virtual world. We picked up our helmets once again, sitting in the same seats as before.
So the red cord goes in the right side and the blue cord in the left, yeah?
Yeah, let's do that.
It must be weird for Kibo to sit right next to Miu's dead body.
Right is the hand I hold my chopstick. I gotta be sure to get it right.
If you're that worried, why don't you use one that's already set up?
We placed the devices on our heads and flipped the switch.
I'm going in. Bum, 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 bum. Whew. Okay, so here we are.
Great.
It's my avatar. Look, my avatar.
Um,
So, you like it after all.
You know,
So we're back here.
100%.
Apparently, we always arrive in this room when we log in.
Mew said that logging in and out isn't possible unless we're in this room.
Then, how did I get logged out while I was on the rooftop?
Okay.
Yes, we need to investigate that area too.
What should we do?
First, we're going to check Mew's avatar, right?
That's right.
I think her avatar is still near the chapel.
Then let's head out to the chapel.
What if she's still alive, but her consciousness is just in the program? I should check the map before heading to the chapel. Why? Two maps on the wall, one in the mansion, one in the world. Check the map with the mansion first. First floor is the saloon, dining hall, dining room, kitchen, and bathroom. The second room is split up when we were looking for the secret of the outside world. Kokichi had the saloon, Tsumugi had the dining room, Kaito the roof, and Gonta the outside. This is the map of the entire virtual world. The world is surrounded by walls in all four directions. There's a loading point in the middle of the map, it's split in two. No sight or sound can pass through the map loading point. To get from the mansion to the chapel, you have to go through this point. You also have to cross the river that runs parallel to it. That's how this world is designed. It's strange. I feel as though there's some secret to this. This map was made by Mew. Is that what's bothering me?
hey,
I understand.
sweetie.
Looking at maps makes you feel calm, doesn't it?
Huh?
You're the type of kid who stares at maps alone instead of playing at recess, aren't you?
No.
I never did anything like that.
Shuichi!
Don't forget, we're here for you, bro.
Indeed.
You're not alone anymore. What is going
That's
on?
fine.
You don't need to withdraw into a shell, you know. I'm so proud of you. You made friends with real people, not maps.
That's wrong.
I'm investigating. Just investigating. Jesus. Oh, Shuichi, could you please come with me?
What happened?
What happened? I found something strange. I don't know if it's relevant to the case, but I want to hear your opinion regardless. It's right this way. The toilet paper. This is the toilet paper, right? Why would it be in some place like this?
That's right.
It's cold here.
Huh? What do you mean?
My initial thought was that someone may have come here to defecate.
No.
No, I don't think that's it. I don't think avatars have bowel movements. I don't have to go at all.
Huh?
I didn't realize that. That never occurred to me, as I do not need to expel solid waste in real world. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Maybe... What if Kaito used that to climb down since the toilet paper wouldn't break?
But
It's still strange. Why would toilet paper be in a place like this? Could this be related to the case? I want to see Tsumugi's body. Or Mew's body.
Hey, so
Isn't the signboard that Mew threw into the river? Whoops, my hand slipped.
you know,
It's not some other signboard, right? She said there's only one of them.
no.
It's definitely the same. I brought back the one that was definitely stuck on the rock. That was stuck in the rocks in the river.
ah,
So that's what happened.
But
But there's something bothering me. The rocks that the signboard got caught on weren't on the chapel side of the map. They were on the mansion side. What about that bothers you? It just got washed from the chapel to the mansion, right? From the chapel to the mansion. That's odd. The flow of the river.
Shuichi!
Hey, think later, bro. Let's get moving. Alright, for now, we need to investigate the scene. It flows to the right. scene of the crime has not been altered since I found her. So
So
there's no possibility that someone tried to tamper with the crime scene afterwards. That's for sure. It's just like how we left it. I'm pretty confident in my memory. I memorized a magic spell that would take a whole year just to chant.
What?
If you think I'm lying, I could start the chant right now, you know.
Unfortunately.
No thank you. I do not think I could wait a whole year. A logged out avatar appears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains unchanged.
Actually,
Look at the stuff scattered around. What happened here?
jeez.
That's what I thought we were going to start investigating right now. Oh gosh. Isn't that right, Shuichi?
Okay.
Right. This is from the roof. Is this a piece of lettuce? Why is it here? That's a mysterious object. It's a wooden mat. It used to be common in bathrooms.
Yeah?
I didn't see anything like that in the chapel. Where did it come from? Not from the chapel. Why is it here? I just figured it out. Just figured it out with my magic.
Huh?
You did?
I see.
Maybe someone used that instead of the signboard to cross the river. That someone is the culprit.
No.
I don't think so. The river's current is pretty fast. Even if you did use it to cross, there's no reason it would be here. I know that. I was just testing you a little. Why would you want to test me?
Yeah?
But what does this mean? What's something like this doing here? I'm not positive why this lettuce is left here, but I'm sure it must have something to do with the case. I'm just gonna say lettuce, because I don't... Lattice? I don't know. Mew's avatar is frozen, collapsed in the snow. A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains. Makes sense for a killing game simulator. If the body disappeared, we couldn't investigate. The avatars never show injuries, so they stay the same. She looks almost alive.
But
Her face is pretty here, isn't it? It's hard to believe she's dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this a cell phone? There are cell phones in this world, but what are they for?
No.
That's it. It's a phone, so... A cell phone? I can't believe there's something like this here.
Ah.
Kaito, perfect timing. I'd like you to help me out with something. I just want to test something out.
Come on, man.
Help you out?
Of course.
I'd never say no to a favor from my sidekick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaito.
You know.
So what do you need me to do?
Is that all right?
You don't have to do anything. You just have to stand here. I just gotta stand here? Kaito Momoda.
I knew it.
He logged out, just as I thought. This can be used to log out, just like the cell phone at the saloon. And this proves it doesn't have to be the person themselves if you just say their name. You can log out anyone you like.
All right.
Thanks to Kaito's help, I'm starting to pin this down. I think I'm starting to get how it happened. Maybe she logged herself out and then logged back in. No, because the record proves that she didn't do that. Okay, never mind then. But Kaito was pretty surprised when he logged out all of a sudden. I should apologize for that later. This is a hammer. Why would there be a hammer in this world? I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons. Mew said she deleted dangerous objects. I can't imagine she'd miss a hammer. Was Mew lying? But why would she lie? What's wrong, Kibo? Is something bothering you?
Well,
I just remembered something. I think the whispering I overheard might be relevant to this case. You heard whispering?
yes.
I did not intend to eavesdrop, but I did hear it. Shortly before we gathered at the chapel and dispersed to begin searching. Oh yeah, before we split up, I want to ask you something, Mew. Oh yeah. It would seem Kokichi and Mew had made plans to meet each other.
Huh?
Meet each other?
Yes.
Kokichi was confirming the specific place they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned. Then those two met up at the rooftop. Rooftop?
Oh.
But it's strange, right? If they were planning to meet at the mansion's rooftop, why did Mew volunteer to search the area around the chapel?
You're right.
That is true. If they were meeting on the rooftop, she would have wanted to research the mansion. Either way, she shouldn't have been able to get to the rooftop. She was searching the area around the chapel, which is where we found her avatar. And with no bridge to cross the river, she could not have gone to from the chapel to the mansion. That's true. Something is strange about all this. Okay, I finished my investigation of this area.
Shuichi!
It would seem that we're finished investigating this place.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask. Can our avatars hide objects? It seems you can put stuff in your clothes here too, just like in the real world. I see, just like the real world. What are you going to do next? Are we going back to the real world already? Before that, there's one more place I have to investigate. The mansion rooftop.
As I thought.
Very well then. The place Mew and Kokichi were supposed to meet. The place Kaito logged out. I'm positive it has something to do with this case. There should be clues there. I don't really get it, but if you want to investigate, then let's do that, Shuichi. You're right. Shuichi, everyone is counting on you, including myself.
Shuichi!
Please give the class trial everything you've got and see us through the end. And I'll do my best as well, of course. And I as well. I can at least do that. I'm a detective after all. Okay, never mind. Anything else?
Shuichi!
Hey Shuichi, what was that all about?
Sorry.
Kaito, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see if I could log out using the cell phone.
Jeez.
Then tell me first. That was my bad. That was my... that was bad for my heart. I suddenly logged out. I panicked and rushed back here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Stop it.
Come on now, that's enough. Don't interfere at the investigation.
You know,
I wasn't interfering. Wait, did you guys come back here? Did you already finish investigating? I want to investigate the rooftop next. What's important about the rooftop? Wasn't Mew at the chapel the whole time? We found her on the ground next to it. Now, let's believe in Shuichi's reasoning.
It'll be
Shuichi can
okay.
do it for sure. He's the ultimate detective after all. If you're gonna be like that, then do what you want. Investigate the rooftop or whatever. But Shuichi is my sidekick. In other words, his deductions are my deductions. And my deductions are his.
Hey now.
What are you, some credit-stealing bully?
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna investigate Mew's avatar since I got interrupted last time.
Sorry. Well then.
Let's go to the rooftop.
Yeah.
We should. Okay. We gotta check the closet. Mew and Kokichi were supposed to meet on this very rooftop. And the person in charge of searching this area, Kaito, was forcibly logged out.
That's true.
This area must have something to do with the case. Might not be connected to the case, but I should inspect these binoculars. I can see that this building is on top of a hill. I can't see past this point because the map is loading point. But that is strange. Why would the map loading point be right in the middle of the world? Something doesn't seem right. The storage room. It's a little different than I remember. It feels as if something is missing. Feels as if something is missing. But I wasn't paying close enough attention the first time, so I don't remember. But we do. What's wrong, Himiko?
Okay.
When murders happen in a mansion in the snow like this, there are always locked room mysteries created by piled up snow. Isn't that right? But it's disappointing that you can't leave footprints on the snow in this world. Is that something to be disappointed about? Kibo, did you find anything? This is difficult. There's nothing here that seems to resemble a clue. But Mew should have arranged to meet Kokichi here. I thought we could at least confirm whether or not she really came to the rooftop. But unfortunately, there are no clues in which indicate that. Did Mew ever come to the roof? That is an important question.
Hey!
Kibo, I wanted your opinion on something. Do you think you could get up and down from this roof from the outside of the mansion?
Well...
No, that would have been difficult. This rooftop is rather high. Even the edge of this roof is roughly the height of a 3 to 4 story building.
You're right.
Yes, certainly too high to jump.
As I thought.
Which means it would have been impossible to climb up from the outside. That means that the only way to this rooftop is the stairs. I see.
Hey!
What's wrong, Tsumugi? Look at that doorknob. It's locked. It is. It's a Burton lock. Easy to lock.
But
It seems like you can't lock it unless you're on the outside. And look, the keyhole on the other side of the door. Isn't it usually the other way around?
No.
Not necessarily. I've seen this before, to prevent you from locking yourself out.
I see.
Is that so? This rooftop has a lock on the door that is important for information. I inspected everything here. All that's left now is... Oh, there you are. I was looking for you.
Huh?
Maki, why are you here? I thought you were analyzing the program.
I told you.
Monotaro finished analyzing the program, so he told me to gather everyone. He finished?
Shuichi!
We should probably head back now. Back then. Our investigation here is pretty much done, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I've investigated everything I need to.
Shuichi!
Well then, we'll head back first.
I don't wanna.
I don't want to say goodbye to my avatar.
Uh,
Did you like it that much?
Then...
We should go too.
Hey!
What's wrong?
You.
Well, you're definitely more reliable in a class trial than out. All the others think so too.
Huh?
What?
Well,
I'm not trying to sound like Kaito, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Shuichi Saihara before you're a detective. Don't ever forget that. Well, I shouldn't be talking. I threw away my identity as Maki Harukawa to be an assassin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki. Was she being considerate just now? Do we need to get Kaito? Curious about the results. Okay. Well. Let's go. It's just you and me. We should log out too.
by the way,
Did something happen between you and Kaito?
Huh?
What?
well,
When he logged out a little while ago, he looked like he was in a bad mood.
Sorry.
That's probably my fault.
well,
I don't know what happened between you and Kaito, but that idiot is simple, so I'm sure he'd forgive you if you just apologized. Shuichi Saihara. Ah! I pulled out the device off my head and the real world appeared before me.
Shuichi!
Well, Shuichi, isn't the real world way better than some virtual reality? Anyway, I felt so lonely without you around. Apologize. Apologize for making me feel so uninvolved.
Hey!
Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. I totally didn't draw anything on your tummy while you were logged in, okay?
Huh?
What?
It's a lie.
I'm kidding. So, what is it you wanted to ask?
Is that alright?
You planned to meet Mew on the roof, right? Did you end up meeting her? So you know about that, Shuichi. Impressive. Mr. Ultimate Detective.
Okay.
Then I'll tell you what happened. I never met up with Mew. I couldn't get to the roof because it was locked.
Huh?
Locked? after I gave up and went back to the saloon to search for the secret of the outside world. Is that true, Kokichi? Are you doubting me?
That's...
Can someone verify that you were at the saloon the entire time? Did you meet anyone there? I don't have a witness.
Right?
But you can also say that there's no witness who can prove I wasn't there.
Hey!
Unless you saw the saloon empty yourself.
Anyway,
Well, it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not.
Shuichi!
But you shouldn't doubt me like that. We're partners. Which one is it? Did Kokichi meet up with me or not? Is he lying or telling the truth? Which is it? I've been waiting for you, Shuichi. I'm sure Maki already told you, but I finally finished analyzing the program.
Okay!
I'm starting to put together a lot of important facts, so here they are. He really is trying to be our friend. A little bit, at least.
So,
First, the person who tampered with this program was Mommy, like we suspected. Mommy was an eccentric way of writing her code, so I knew it was her right away. I guess her personality wasn't the only eccentric thing about her.
Got a minute?
So what did she tamper with? A few things, but I'll share the first one with you.
so...
It looks like Mommy deleted a lot of objects from this killing game simulator. She said that she deleted anything that could be used as a weapon. But in that case, why is there a hammer?
Okay!
That's true, only the hammer was left. But why was it left? The way the program was written makes it seem like she did it on purpose. On purpose?
Then...
Did she add anything? We found a cell phone in the virtual world. No, that cell phone was an original feature of the program. That implies Mew hid the fact from us, which means all Mommy added were 2 maps, the rest were already a part of the program.
By the way,
While we were talking about the objects, I wanted to ask you something. We used the signboard to cross the river, but could we have used something else as a bridge? I didn't really see anything that could have been used as a bridge to cross the river. So only that signboard could have been used as a bridge. So what's the next thing she tampered with?
okie dokie!
Well, it looks like she also tampered with the certain parameters of the program.
Huh?
Parameters? Everything in the program is categorized as either human or a non-human object. Of course, everyone's avatar was assigned the human parameter.
Really?
But for some reason, Mommy gave her avatar the non-human object parameter.
That's...
What happens when you become an object? Well, the difference is only for identification purposes, so it probably didn't affect anything.
Well,
If it didn't affect anything, then why would she have gone out of her way to do that?
Ah!
Perhaps that has something to do with the next thing she tampered with.
So...
Mommy decided to add a wall that didn't originally exist in the program. The coordinates of the virtual world are represented on an X and Y axis. And it seems Mommy added a wall that runs along the length of the Y axis.
Huh?
She created an additional wall? There were walls in all 4 directions and 2 down the Y-axis.
Hey!
But you're positive there was only one?
Okay!
It's definitely the only one wall. What does that mean? Which wall was the one Mew added? Was it the world like originally? What was the world like originally? Mew said there wasn't anything past the wall. Was that another lie? Also, it looks like that extra wall has given a special setting. A setting that allows non-human objects to pass through it. It allows objects to pass through it.
I see.
That's very interesting. So are those all the things she tampered with?
Ah!
There's one more thing. One of you guys also had a strange setting give to their avatar.
Huh?
A strange setting?
Okay!
The setting made it so that they would be unable to move if Mommy touched them.
Then...
If Mew touched them, their avatar would be paralyzed?
hey,
Who was it?
Oh.
It was Kokichi. It's me. I didn't know that. Well, duh, I wouldn't know. I never touched Mew in that world. I see. I didn't even notice.
Okie dokie!
That's all I have to report. Well, do you think it'll help you guys out?
Okay.
That helps a lot. Thanks. Are we gonna get to test the bottle theory? I should probably tell you this too, though it's probably not related to the case.
So,
Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details. But something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in.
Well,
I don't think anyone's avatar was acting strange, though. What kind of error could it be? That's important information. Ding dong, ding dong. Ding dong. Okay, everyone. Time for the class trial.
you know.
Oh, whoops, he's speaking.
That thing where everyone stands in a circle and talks about the dead body. Low energy? Me? No, I'm excited. Really. I'm just taking a little break right now. When I'm done, I'll be my usual energized self. Yep, I'll be way more energized. Anyway, that's all.
You mean like that? You seem like you're not into it at all. We don't have to do the class trial, you know. But it's gonna start, huh? We can't stop it anymore.
you're right.
No, we can't.
So,
This is all I can tell you guys, but I don't want any of you to forget. I'm your friend.
What?
He just decided we're friends?
thank you.
Going to feel relieved. Don't worry, Monotaro. Shuichi will get revenge for Mew's death.
That's so mean.
And he'll get that revenge by finding the culprit among us. He's right. The culprit is someone here.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. When this class trial is over, I hope we can all get to know each other better. That's the kind of line that triggers a death flag.
Okay.
Want a fresh start. I want to make up for my past mistakes.
Wait,
That too. Meeting you all has really...
Sorry.
It's nothing. I'll say that for after the class trial is finished. The flag is rising. What was that? I think I heard something over there.
All right.
I'll go check it out all by myself.
So long. Farewell.
what did you say?
It's waving in the wind.
This is stupid.
Quit screwing around. Let's hurry up and go.
Going to do his best.
2. Going to do his best to be even a little bit useful for everyone.
Wow.
I'm so excited. I'll definitely expose the culprit this time. What's so exciting about this? With conflicting emotions in our heart, we headed to the Shrine of Judgment. Quick, we gotta test it. It won't take long. Okay. Walk, 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 walk. Waka 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 waka. It's me, Pac-Man. This, and then you go up and back. And then you go up, and then you go like that, and then you go up, and then you go sideways. And then you go backwards, and you go like that, and then you go like that. Super easy. Let's see if I can do it while getting outside. To angle myself like this, and then boop. It's all about them angles. Got him. I'm surprised there's still nothing to do with that love hotel. I feel like that something would have happened with that. It looks like that's everyone. Oh, this everyone, huh? They're a lot less now.
It's plain to see.
This is just half of what when we started.
Unfortunately.
Because we've allowed this game to continue, we must stop it somehow.
Right?
But we can't stop now. We can't let their fun end.
Don't.
Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one.
Hey,
Let's focus on surviving this class trial first.
I guess.
You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It'd just be the culprit left.
But
That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. If we all die, then the killing game would end too.
what?
Don't say stupid crap like that. It's pointless if we all die.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side.
You're right.
Yeah, it's time for the detective to shine. Shuichi, please keep up the good work. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do my best. I feel like everyone's pressuring him. Yes, I have to keep it together. This is my only time. This is the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. If I can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. And I will never let that happen.
Come on, man.
Hey, Shuichi, you're getting all tense.
Huh?
What?
I mean,
Didn't I tell you before? Shuichi, don't carry all the burden.
Get
And
it?
didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaito?
huh?
What's your problem?
You really
We're
don't
all
get
relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through the class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him.
it. Well, you know.
I think that's the most annoying thing you can do for Shuichi, you know that?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm not... Kokichi, you're annoying.
These
Whoa,
things-
Killer Girl's glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick as Kokichi turned around dejected.
Jeez.
Finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll. Just suck it up, Kaito. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other.
Got it.
My bad, sorry.
Um,
Kaito, I'm okay.
well,
I know what you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry.
I believe in
See,
you.
in that case, I believe in you and won't say anything else.
Shuichi.
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro.
thank you.
Thank you, Kaito. Here we go. Let's hope the audio during this class trial will be like the last one, where it didn't mess up all that much, really.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. The 8 of us got into the elevator. The door shut behind us. And like all those times before, we descended. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart into my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way to get used to it, really, the fear of death. We were all fighting it, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. Go ahead and stand behind any open podium. Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do to you if you keep my father waiting. He's back to normal?
Why?
You not friend anymore? You jerks must feel pretty slick using Monotaro's forgetfulness to befriend him.
Nah.
He just decided on his own that we were friends.
You
But
bastards!
I won't let you guys trick Monotaro anymore, cause he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side, but now he's forgotten that he had forgotten he was on Daddy's side. Thanks to me, cause I smacked the stuffing out of him. How confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm going to lock myself up in my room, maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag.
Anyway,
Let's get it started. The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. We went to our podiums as always.
We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. It's already the 4th time. The 4th class trial is about to begin. The whites of her eyes aren't bloodshot. Miwiruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, gave Kibo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. And the culprit that killed her is one of us. Is one of us. I need to discover who that is. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Tension gauge will increase at a faster rate. Effective during... I probably need more. Just to peek. The entire screen will light up more frequently, effective during Heyman's Game at version 3. Keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start, effective during debate scrums. No, that kind of ruins it. Instantly silences loud voices, effective during mass panic debate. Silences all conversations except those the reticle is armed. Viewpoints, effective during non-stop and mass panic debate. The focus gauge drains slower while concentrating. Decrease the delay after using truth bullets or truth blades. Increase the amount of influence recovered. Slightly increases the time limit in each phase. Increases the maximum focus. Increases maximum influence a little. Give me 2 more hearts. Give me 2 more focus. Focus or charisma? Or influence. Not charisma. Let's go with influence. Okay, I will be right back. I need to use the bathroom and I don't want to have to leave during the stream or during the middle of the class trial. Okay. Let's go. Let's begin with a basic introduction of the class trial. I don't care.
You need more motivation.
Wait, what's it say? Hey, screw it. This is tiresome.
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. That's fine.
So 2 people can die? What?
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
He's gonna keep saying it forever.
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here! Oh my! Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify.
Kaito's the culprit!
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
True, but
Don't screw around! There's
a lot
no
more to
way
that.
I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
the fact that Kaito was the only one who logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. We got 5 now.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when he poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's...
Poison is neutralized if is mixed into anything, but is still quite dangerous even in a small amount. Hemorrhaging, making its victim's eyes completely bloodshot.
Impossible, because I didn't do it!
The victim's body was discovered. No injuries can be found on the victim's body.
I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That version was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Oh, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Okay, so the sound isn't going great so far. First, we need to decide if Mew was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies.
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
Killing Game Simulator text file contained the following information. Tricks can't break, avatars cannot be injured, however the body's 5 senses are connected. The damage an avatar takes is felt by the user's real body. If an avatar takes fatal damage, then the real body will also die from shock. Besides that, the virtual world is the same as the real world, down to the laws of physics. There are no special travel methods such as vehicles or warps.
Mew was still logged in, though. That's when he poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Kaito was the only one logged out from the virtual world. While he was looking for the secret for the outside world on the mansion's rooftop, a ring of light appeared around his feet, and he was suddenly logged out against his will. Not knowing if it was okay to log back in or not, he went to his room and slept.
Of course it's impossible.
Found on the ground by Mew's avatar, Mew claimed she had rewritten the virtual world's program to delete all dangerous objects that included to be used as weapons.
Because I didn't do it. I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito... What do you mean last words?
Need to figure out if it was in the real world or the
Kaito
fake world.
logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's poisoned, right, Kaito?
Feeling that's...
Kaito, culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible.
Because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we? The culprit was trying to pin it on me! That's the first part of your plan, right, Kaito? Words.
This is a much harder start than what I was expecting. Okay. Oh.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito, culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
First, we need to decide if Mew was killed in the real world or the virtual world. What do I have that would... Hold on, I gotta...
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's...
I still think it was...
When you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
because she didn't get poisoned.
That's wrong!
I wasn't sure, though, because if he would mention her eyes or not.
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Well, she was crying and drooling.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Mew's real cause of death. I can only think of one thing. The hammer? The virtual world. Oh, in the real world.
I was wrong!
What was Mew's cause of death? Looked like strangulation. It's between the chapel and the wall where the virtual world ends. If it wasn't the hammer, then what was it? Why would it not be the hammer? This.
This is it!
Oh, okay. Wait, the killing game simulator.
Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself.
The entire simulator?
In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock.
He's thinking about the logic of it.
That was made clear in the program's text file.
Man, I would suck if I was in the Danganronpa
Mew
world.
received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonte is confused. So why don't we review things a bit?
So, we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Mew.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Oof.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Cool.
Let's begin then.
The fatal damage that Mew received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whatever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
I have to determine the specific cause of death. If I think about the condition of Mew's body, that should yield a clue.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured.
Mew was found grasping her neck with both hands. She died with her eyes open and an expression of agony on her face. Yeah, I think it was strangulation like Maki
So
has.
let's focus our efforts.
Avatar.
Or going to beat her.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is...
I agree.
I agree with that. I mean, just looking at her pose.
Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope. I have an idea what it might be. I found it during the investigation. The toilet paper.
This is it!
Since it can't break.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
Why?
what you mean, Shuichi.
Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off. Not gentlemanly at all.
Okay.
It's no time for nonsense. No can use toilet paper in place of rope.
Hit it!
Would tear too easy. Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
You died such an awful death. So why you not take this shit? You call yourself ultimate detective? Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
Just saying the same thing over
No
and over.
time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper
Was I supposed to...
in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
Ah, I didn't see the tear.
I'll cut through your words! The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable. Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
The culprit meant to get rid of the evidence. They did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait, we already know who brought the hammer.
That's it!
I mean, yeah.
Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons.
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Mew brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? We need to make that clear.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and killed them with it.
Agree!
I somehow managed to hit that.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Miyu called Kokichi out?
Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Kokichi already figured it out. She was planning to...
That's it!
Pretty much.
She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Miu's plan, okay?
Miu's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Psych taxi? Yep. Got two. Nope, didn't do it that time. Nope. Dang it. Who did it, guys? I'm pretty sure we know it, but who did it? Keyboy. Not till I enter maximum overdrive. Oh, those aren't things I can collect. Oop, oh, okay, rip. That's a car. Thought it was gonna be like the rooftop. There we go. Rip. There we go. Why was the bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? What? To divert attention. At least I didn't fail on that time.
She wanted to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that. When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And
Hold on. Mew was the last to log in.
then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have pushed the poison.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong!
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right? She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, and pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
How did Mew log Kaito out? With the phone.
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momoda. He logged out, just as I thought.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting.
I hope he doesn't make that scary face he did.
Don't you
Before.
agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Oh, wait. What were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy. Huh?
Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go to the virtual world was...
You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so freaking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So let's just dive in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I get it.
He's completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue.
Yeah.
If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember you and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First we need to determine if Miu was actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all?
waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the tap.
Avatar had a special setting. If Mew touched him, he would be unable to move. Kichi agreed to meet up with Mew because the door locked. He couldn't. Because of that, he returned to the saloon where he decided to search there. A witness who can confirm whether or not Kokichi was actually in the saloon. So discovered Mew's body. Still, she had her visor on at the time.
Look at her avatar.
While Suichi and Tsumugi were in the mansion's kitchen in the virtual world, they heard a sound. So something crashing into something. Shortly after they were both in the entrance hall, they heard Kibo's voice, despite the fact that he should have been past the loading map. While Tsumugi was searching for, she saw Mew's home.
Right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up!
At first glance, it seems as if it's impossible for me to go to the mansion. But there has to be some evidence that shows it was possible.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her
Meeting with Kokichi.
Mew waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No.
There we go.
That's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah. When I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Oof.
Sorry. I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only you knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. I just have to figure out what it was.
The way across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Technically,
The way
I was
across it
wrong.
only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew... I suppose
Rip.
it is possible she used it.
That is amazing!
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
I was trying to wait to see if I could see the V point, but I didn't, so I ended up just firing, and then I thought I missed, and then the entire conversation just turned and hit the bullet.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass.
Naive, Shuichi.
Whoa.
What is it, Kaito?
Jeez, you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? You losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Okay.
What we gotta figure out?
For round for some. Since avatars do everything in the killing game. Yeah.
Is how Mew got from the chapel to the so why waste time talking about the... It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
Whoops.
You get it? So let's go through this one more time. But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after
Dang
all.
it.
You one more time. But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go. Humans
pay
aren't
attention.
able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. I'll cut through your words.
No, you're wrong. She is an object.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Cookie, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
At all.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through, then her secret route was through that wall? That's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map.
What is that supposed to be? Just red all over it?
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There was no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall. She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy! Monotaro? Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you see that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does some things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The events that led us there. The loud noise.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
for now, let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Mew in the mansion or the loud noise. Or everything that happened there. The sign? No, nothing over there. Oops. Yep. There we go.
I see it! The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused about how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Here we go. Oh, now we got moving ones? Until I enter maximum overdrive. Which point was the signboard swept away? What does that mean? What does that mean? At which point? Don't you mean what swept it away? Where is the end of the river? Which end? Assuming it'll be chapel side. Whoa. Okay. Hit something, please. Where was the signboard found after it swept away? Mansion side. Boom. The noise of two of them coming together is so loud. Compared to the river's current, which way did the sign float? Nice.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watch the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there.
What I think it is I think the walls, like when you go through the wall on the right, you'll end up on the wall on the left. So that's why the sign was on Mansion's side.
The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Wait, what? What clue is related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried on the river? Clues related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried on the river. This?
This is it!
Okay. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. I thought the game was
It
tricking me.
might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside, focusing on the flow of the river. Nope, it's the last one then.
That's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop.
Yeah, that's what I was
The upstream
thinking.
part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Wait, in that case,
I got it. I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
the reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls.
That's it!
Okay.
The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret, huh? I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Okay. And W. Whoa. World loop? Loops. Need an S.
I see now.
Nice.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop. Loop?
Sorry.
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out.
Whoops.
It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream. and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the nap loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop
Starts in the middle.
there! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading point was actually at the edges.
Ah.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in a trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
We didn't figure out anything yet.
You're welcome.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. There's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mew. It doesn't matter how many mysteries we solve. If we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. But I still don't know who for sure it could be. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mew? Oh yay, intermission, yay. Just like last time, I'm going to end the stream here, and then I'll pick up directly after, just for YouTube's sake, because it'll be easier. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next stream.